let's put on our thinking caps and talk about 5-year plans. Hello everyone and welcome back to Friendeavor. I hope you're all having an amazing week. Before we jump into today's video, I just want to say if you haven't subscribed already, that would be amazing. And if you're here from the algorithm, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm so glad you're here and I hope that you find something useful in this video. Another real quick point of business is that the 365 journal is a tool to help you grow, and for February and March, all of the proceeds from any sale of any copy of this book is going directly to missions. So if you want to support missions, pick one of these up at Amazon. I don't have any in stock right now, so you can't get any off of my website, but Amazon will have it at your door. So you can start the journey of self-discovery and discover more about yourself to become a better person and a better friend. All right, getting right into the video, we are starting at prompt 23 today. Map out a 5-year plan. Consider these categories: finances, career, education, family, health, relationship, savings, social, travel, and extra goals. And if you want to know what it looks like, this is the template that is provided in the book for prompt 23. This is one of those videos where it'd be great to pause and make, if you don't have the book, which is fine if you don't, but if you don't have it, make your own 5-year plan. Draw it out year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. You can do it at any age because we're all planning to live another 5 years, and anything you can do to plan to grow right now is going to help you in the future. So starting with year 1, we are talking about short-term goals, right? You are not going to achieve everything that you want to achieve in year 1. That's just not how it works. And what you're trying to do is lay a foundation for what you want to be seeing the results for in year 4 and year 5. Someone allowed me to look at their 5-year plan, and I noticed that in year 2, it said, figure out my calling, which is, figure out your purpose, but however you want to look at it. Figure out my purpose, figure out my calling. I don't want to burst your bubble, but you are not just going to start praying for that or start seeking for that and then immediately, okay, figured it out, boom, I'm just marching on that path until the end of my days. Finding your calling, finding your purpose is a process. And I've done a video on the power of process. Watch it right here. And you gotta appreciate the fact that the journey is just as important as the destination, because you don't just be like, check, okay, I figured out my purpose. It doesn't really work like that. It doesn't really work that way. But the other problem with that philosophy is that they put it on year 2. Year 1, they had goals, and that's totally fine. But the fact that the very phrase, figure out my purpose, is in year 2 of the 5-year plan, that's just setting you back, right? You need to be working every single day to carve out a path for what you want to see for your life, right? And if you're like, oh, I don't know what my purpose is, I don't know what my calling is, focus on your strengths. A lot of times purpose and calling kind of emerges out of that. So develop your strengths, hone your strengths, learn from people who have similar strengths as you do. More than likely, your purpose in life, if you have never had an interest in sewing, your purpose in life is not going to be to become the next Vera Wang. Hone your strengths, develop what you can. When opportunities arrive that you think, okay, this might be my purpose and this might be my calling, as they arise, you are prepared for that opportunity. To use a secular example, Tom Brady, who is not arguably the greatest quarterback of all time for football, he was drafted, and I don't expect you to know anything about how the draft works or anything like that, but he was drafted 199th pick overall. Almost 200 people got chosen before he did, right? His message to every football fan or aspiring football player out there is that it doesn't matter where you're picked in the lineup, but it matters that when your number is called and you have to step up to the plate, that you're ready, that you are prepared. He didn't spend his time waiting to be the GOAT by just twiddling his thumbs and being like, okay, I hope I'm the greatest one day. No, he put in the work, and he put in the plans and actions, and he started pushing the ball up the hill so that when it came time for him to be the person, to be the star, to be the forefront, the man who had to get the job done, he was ready to take advantage of that opportunity. So year 1, year 2, start developing your strengths, start honing some skills and learning from people. As you're waiting for that light bulb moment for your purpose, your calling, or whatever, then you're ready to pursue it when it arrives. In this prompt, we're also talking about not just, figure out your purpose, all this stuff. There's so many aspects to consider in a 5-year plan. And if it seems overwhelming to you, then segment it. Break it down. Okay? You could have a 5-year plan for just your financial goals. You could have a 5-year plan for just your academic goals, for just your social travel plans, you know, and then they can overlap. I know that when I was a little bit younger and I would try to make a 5-year plan, say I was like, you know, a sophomore in high school or whatever. Okay, year 1, I'm a junior. Year 2, I'm a senior. Year 3, I'm a freshman of college. Year 4, I'm a sophomore in college. And so it's kind of like, well, what's the point of making a plan right now when I already know what my path is and I can't deviate from that because of, you know, I have to go to school or whatever. Okay, twist the kaleidoscope. Look at it through another way. Look at it through, okay, in my freshman year of college, I want to have gone to New York City by then, or whatever your goal is. By the time I'm a sophomore, I want to have gone to this many states, right? Set some goals, because you're not just gonna wake up and be like, okay, I think I'm gonna do this thing, you know? Like, it just, if you put a little bit of thought into it, your life could be so much farther ahead than what it would be if you just waited for things to come to you. If you're a little bit older and you have an income stream and you just are, you know, socking money away for a rainy day, what about some financial goals? What about some investment goals? You know, I want to put this much % into an investment account or something. I feel like I'm just, you know, just saying the same thing over and over again, but if you plan a little bit, your life could take a drastic change. And so obviously we are a friendship account. We're not like that's our primary goal. So I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on stuff that is, you know, life journey and all that stuff, although we do cover that here. How does a 5-year plan apply to your friendships? Well, you can make plans for how you want to experience life together, or if there's like just certain experiences that you want to do that are not just traveling, like I want to have brunch with these people. Like by the time we get to year 5 of our friendship, I want us to be so comfortable together that we can ask each other anything. You know, there's a little bit more abstract thinking at that point, so you have to kind of apply it in a sense, because this is a very practical exercise, the 5-year plan. So do what works for you. If 5 years is too overwhelming to you, do a 5-month plan. What am I doing today that in 5 months my life will be better? What am I doing tomorrow that 1 year from now my life will be better? I think to myself sometimes, you know, I feel like people don't wake up in the morning and say, okay, I wake up and I'm gonna have a double cheeseburger today from McDonald's. No, it's convenience, right? You're driving down the road, you see a McDonald's, you're like, oh, I'll just grab that on my way. So if you plan a little bit and you take a lunch, you avoided getting McDonald's. And I don't have anything against McDonald's. I mean, you do you and eat what you want, and no shame there. But my point is if you could plan a little bit, like if you eat 10 double cheeseburgers a month or whatever, you got that health part to contend with. But if you set some time aside at the beginning of the week or whatever works, and you made a plan, you could be this much closer to your health goal if you just planned a little bit. That's just an example. So like I said, do what works for you, but I do encourage you, have some goals. Have some plans, have them written down, have them visible. That I did a video about this sticker right here. It says be heavenly minded, and I have one in the back of my phone case too at all times. That is part of my plan. That's part of my have it in front of me. Have my goal in front of me. This is an abstract one, obviously. It's not, you know, save $10,000 in 2 years. That's like that's a financial goal. But this abstract goal is that every day that I wake up, and that before I do anything, before I say anything, before I take any sort of action, that I'm thinking, is this an action or a word or whatever of a heavenly minded person? That is my mantra, and it has been for several years. I don't intend to change it, but I have it visually. I have it here, I have it here. I used to have it on my desk at work. And be heavenly minded. That is just a visual reminder for me of one of the goals that I have for myself. So write them down, make them visible, actually try to put in the work to see some change. Doesn't have to be crazy drastic, but ultimately you want to be a better person. You want to live a better life at some point in the future from now, right? Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you're new, if you've never seen the channel before, if you've never seen a video, I'm so glad that you stopped by, first of all, and I hope it's a help. Feel free to drop a like or a comment, tell me a little bit more about yourself, or follow us at Friendeavor on Instagram, and we'd love to get to know you. Don't forget to check out Proceeds for Missions. get your copy. Let's reach the world. Friendship is a journey. It's an endeavor. I will see you next time on Friendeavor.